If you're not up on it, I don't have time to wait. I'm a landscaper in December. I got nothing, but I got to rush to do everything.
You're still going at it, eh, Mike?
I people, I don't. Yeah, I can lose money every month of the year. Apparently, this is the start of the podcast, the absolute beginning, minus the shit we talked about before this. I don't know if we're not still going at landscaping. I guess we're just fucking around, figuring out ways to lose money trucking instead of landscaping now. Just
Nice.
flipping the switch, man. Flipping the switch.
You're also switching up the hat today.
The other hat is like downstairs, and this hat, I like this hat too. This is a nice looking hat.
It is a nice looking hat.
DPR hat. It's a sharp hat. I'm advertising DPR. They need work. I don't.
Chad, you wrapped up your season?
I wrapped up my season today. That's it. I put the nail in the coffin.
Really?
Yeah. Thankfully, something didn't break. All day I was worried that something was going to break. Shit always goes wrong whenever you're trying to finish, and today it didn't. So that's good.
That's like a miracle.
It's a miracle, yeah. Like everything we did, I'm like, I'm gonna get a bucket and then I'm gonna blow a hydraulic cylinder, and then the truck would go get more material, and I'm like, he's gonna get a flat tire or something's gonna break down, or like I just was just expecting something to go wrong all day, and it didn't. Yeah, knock on wood. It's 6 o'clock, and today's not over yet.
But everyone should be home.
Everybody's home. Yeah, so
Wow. I feel like that's enough.
that's enough. We all made it through the
Made
season.
it, made it through the season.
Everybody's
Everybody's
home.
home.
It's depressing. Like I always get a little depressed when the season's done for good. Not that we don't have other things to do, like shit around the yard, but whenever the revenue stops coming in, that's it's not scary, but it's sad because
Right.
I love landscaping. So
It's sad because I love
it's sad because I love landscaping.
I love landscaping. Love it.
I I love making money the most, but landscaping is my avenue for doing that, I think.
Your chosen avenue.
Yeah, my chosen avenue. The only thing I'm remotely good at, apparently.
You looked at landscaping, barbering,
Barbering.
and distribution centers,
Distributions.
and you
Yeah.
went landscaping.
Yeah.
Was
Aim high.
roofing ever a consideration?
I did roofing one time in my life for a weekend, just for helping out a buddy or something like that. Um, I'm not a heights guy.
I'm horrified.
Yeah, same here.
Like, I mean, horrified of fall. Like, I was standing on the back of the bin truck today with Cody trying to fuck around to fix the hooks, the way it slides in and out. And I was horrified looking through the frame, going, I could fall and die. It's like the height of a tire. Like, I could fall and die right now. I could fall
Like
into that.
shaking. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I agree.
So, Mike,
I'm
you're
not
not
a
going to
heights guy.
start a Christmas light division in your business?
Probably.
You are?
But if someone calls me to price that, sure. I'm I am pricing everything I don't know anything about. So let's roll on with the Christmas light pricing. Sure. I have no idea how to do that or what's involved. Christmas lights are not as easy as people think because there's like electrical overload and burning people's houses down. I know one Christmas light guy, he's actually an electrician.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he custom makes the lights for every house.
Wow.
Wow. So
Because
he's like one of Santa's elves going all year for one day of work.
well, but if you think, okay, so say you go to Canadian, say someone says, do my Christmas lights, and you go there and you buy all these lights, then you plug them into some random plug and burn the house down. What's the liability on that? Like, it's okay if
Yeah.
I burn my own house down as crazy Christmas light guy, but if I pay someone to burn my house down, that's a different story.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I see a lot of guys on the Christmas lights now. I guess
It seems to be a big trend. I couldn't imagine doing it, not just because I'm afraid of heights, but to stop my hardscape season to go install
Yeah.
lights really quickly. I can't make the numbers make sense for that.
I couldn't imagine. finding or trying to find the time to make
Yeah.
Christmas lights a viable business or days' wages
I
to
feel like
install lights.
if you're gonna start a Christmas light, I'm just putting this out here. If you're gonna start a Christmas light business, I feel like the number one consideration, 100%, needs to be route density. Like if you can move your ladder from one house to the next without driving in between, that's when the profit's made on Christmas lights. I'm just saying.
That makes a lot of sense.
Just putting it out there. It's got to be about route density. So since we talked about anything on here, I got the someone from Permacon shared the Permacon conference or whatever they're calling it this year. I'll look it up. It was JC actually, who I know, obviously, because he worked there when I worked there. Where is he? So what amazed me about this, it's called Permacon Elevation. And what interests me about this is you sign up for this thing in Vaughan and it goes from February 14th to February 17th. This is like 4 days. The first day is business. The second day is elevate your design. The third day is tips and tricks of the trade or specific installations. And the Friday is Permacon Day, where there is a hot breakfast. So the other days, there's no food. Fuck you, bring your own. I'm lying. They could have their own. I don't know. I literally made that up. But on the last day, they definitely stress there's a hot breakfast.
What day are you speaking?
Never. I feel like they got their fill of me when I worked there, and they haven't contacted me. They haven't spoken to me. They don't want fuck all to do with me. I'm sure if I sign up for all 5 days, they're gonna be like, motherfucker. I lie. They like me, I think. I don't. So would you guys sign up for 4 straight days? I'm just like, seems like
I
a
would
lot.
not. That's excessive for me.
I probably would. I don't know if I'd go to all of them. Like, can you choose the day? They did this last year, I think, but they had to cancel it. I'm pretty sure.
No, they did it last year.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
I think because of COVID that maybe they didn't
follow through with it.
No, I think maybe they didn't have as many people as it's COVID. So
because I signed up for it, I just don't think I ended up going.
Well, as a former rep, I would have loved you.
I bet.
I would have just thought you were the cat's ass.
I think I forgot on the day, and then
what, you forgot 4 days in a fucking row?
No, just the one day, and then I thought, why continue to go? But I thought like you would have had to go to like each of the days, and then I just ended up not going.
I feel like each day is a separate event.
Well, that makes sense now that you're saying it, but I didn't know.
Do you think there's going to be a big season this year for these kind of events again? These events have kind of been shut down, but do you think these events are going to go hardcore again?
Oh yeah.
You think people are back into this? This was a big deal pre-COVID, these kind of events, all of it, like every manufacturer's event. It was a big deal.
Well, don't you get like ICPI points or something like that when you go to these events and stuff?
I couldn't give.
Is ICPI still a thing?
Yeah, like do you guys are you guys
still,
ICPI
relevant?
registered
Is it,
or whatever?
Yeah. I passed the test or whatever it is.
I took the course.
I never did.
I took the course.
I went to Ottawa and took it.
Really?
Paver Pete taught my course.
Interlock Ian.
Yeah, exactly.
Interlock. I bet I was at Interlock Ian taught my course as well. It was good. I had to stay overnight and then do a test at the end. It was great.
I think that's the reason I liked it the most is because Interlock Ian taught it.
ICPI.
Yeah, he wasn't as well. He obviously was still well known, but maybe not to the caliber that he is now.
What do you think the caliber he's known to is now?
I think he's probably the most famous product rep, that's for sure. Other than Paver King.
Well, I'm not a product rep.
Used to be.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be.
Past, present, and future product rep.
Future.
No.
Looking into the crystal ball here. My business is done. I'm fucking headed back to the manufacturer repping.
Who knows?
Like Crystal, no one's investing in my company now. My stock is tanking because Mike just sold me out as I'm going. I'm just saying, do you think it's going to be? I don't know. These events were like a super super big deal before COVID.
Yeah,
They
I
would
think
get
they'll
five.
continue.
You would get 500 people before COVID.
Yeah.
These
Yeah, I
500-600. Like that's a lot of motherfucking people. 500-600 people. I'm wondering if they will ever achieve the 500-600 people status again that they used to. Or because people are out of the habit of going, like anything, is it going to take a few years to build back to the 500 people?
I'm
I
not as
don't know.
excited for these things as I used to be. Like I used to like mark it on the calendar. Let's go to the showcase and get all hyped up about it and get
The
up early in
case
the morning
show.
and drive to the case. Exactly the case show. I don't think I would go with the same enthusiasm these days.
Would you go
But
with
maybe
half the enthusiasm?
with half the enthusiasm or less because residential interlock is less than half my business. Maybe that's the reason that I'm less enthusiastic about them now.
So, two questions. What makes you more enthusiastic to go to something like Landscape Ontario?
To look at all the shit that I
Congress.
can buy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, to see all the cool shit and all the new machines and shit like that. To pull on patios with chains and that sort of thing. To
Stop
see you
the lateral.
guys.
Stop the fucking lateral shift, please. Please. If anyone takes anything from this podcast, please stop lateral. I mean, it is the scourge of society. Global warming, lateral shift. Is that what they called it? Lateral shift?
Something like that. Lateral movement. Sure.
Lateral move. Yeah. So it really goes fossil fuels and global warming and lateral shifting patios as what's destroying the world right now.
Yeah.
Fuck
That makes
Ukraine.
sense.
There's lateral shifting patios.
It's the number one growing theft in North America. The theft of patios. Just the borders.
Just the borders. Gotta get the edging with the. Oh my god. I posted that thing about what would bring the least value to the podcast tonight.
Did anybody
Oh
jump
yeah.
on that? Yeah.
Yeah, people like things of low value. I'm telling you. My account really took off when I started saying I'm trying to provide no value here. I think people like that it there's no expectation. They know that there's no value. So the first response is pizza.
That's
I
it.
think, well, it just says pizza.
Oh, just as
I
a
mean,
topic. I thought that was a question.
No, it says, my question was, what topic would provide you with the least value? And the answer response from Matthew Bam Landscaping is pizza. So, thin crust or thick crust?
Oh, thick crust, 100%.
Yes. Agreed.
Thin crust for me.
Really?
You guys are fucked.
Thin
I
crust.
don't think we're the fucked ones.
So, number one topping, Mike.
Number one topping?
You can only get one topping. What are you getting?
Pepperoni.
Chad.
Agreed. Does cheese count? Like, obviously, cheese
Cheese
is
is
on there
already
already.
on it.
Okay,
Just
then
like tomato
pepperoni.
sauce,
Yeah.
yeah.
Unless you're my kid, she doesn't like cheese on the. She wants pizza sauce and pepperoni.
Wow.
Good for her. Cutting dairy out at a young age. Good for her. That's nice. It's good to hear.
Next is carbonated drinks.
Exactly.
I'm kidding. She's never had a carbonated drink in her life.
Well, she's cut it out. She is.
Nice.
How old
Never
is she?
introduced.
She's 4.
She's so far ahead of the game. I eat cheese pizza because I'm a purist.
So you do double cheese?
I just cheese. However you
No topping.
Here's the thing. If you can't make a good cheese pizza, I don't want you hiding your incompetence with fucking toppings. If there's once you put a topping on, you are hiding the incompetence behind the pizza. Cheese pizza is in its purest form. That's what I said. That's why I only review cheese pizzas.
There's a pizza place in Kitchener that is somewhat famous that hides their quality of their pizza with their toppings. So if you order any sort of topping, it's just piled on there. And
Yeah.
so I would agree with that.
Here's
You
a
could definitely.
there's a place in Oshawa, and they put the toppings under the cheese,
That's
and
a
then put the
Cornwall
cheese.
thing. Yeah.
Is it so? How do you feel about? Do you need? You guys are pepperoni only. Here's a do you need the cup and char,
The what?
or could you have the pepperoni under the cheese? Cup and char
So,
pepperoni. It's when it's like all
oh,
burned up and
like
up
the
Oh, I prefer
thick.
that.
Do you need the cup and char, or
Yeah.
could you eat it with basically raw, warm pepperoni under the cheese?
I don't prefer that.
Would you
so
eat
here,
it,
I would eat it 100%. Pizza is my favorite. Like I'll eat any pizza.
Chad?
so here's the Cornwall pizza.
Uh-oh.
It's different.
Oh,
Like it's
God.
unlike any pizza you've ever had. It's got this raw pepperoni that you're talking about, but it's just about a half-inch thick. Like
Wow.
they don't spare any expense with their pepperoni, right?
So
So
there's
it's
a
like
half-inch thick
I
slice of pepperoni under the cheese.
no, it's multiple slices, like quarter inch, but piled up to make half an inch
That just
underneath your.
seems like they're too lazy to cut thinner slices.
Too lazy to spread it out.
Yeah.
No. I'll take a picture of one of these pizzas. Maybe I'll have
Okay.
one tomorrow. It'll be my celebration for finishing the season. But
Nice.
they do this half inch of uncooked pepperoni or whatever, and then they top it with about a half inch of cheese, right? Like there's again no expense spared on the cheese to this
So
pizza. That's
if
my
you
dog
ordered,
saying.
if you ordered, say you ordered ground beef as well, would the pepperoni go down, then the ground beef, then the cheese?
I believe so. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
When
it's a
I'm
weird way of
not,
doing things around here.
when I'm not trying to eat pizza in its purest form, which is rare, I do like sun-dried tomatoes on my pizza.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as getting mushrooms on your pizza.
I'm good with anything.
Anyone listening to this, please tag us
Yeah.
in your pizza.
Yeah.
Post it. I know it's weeks from now that you'll hear this,
Right.
but when you do, just write out your favorite pizza and tag the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. That's not, and we listen, your pizza doesn't have to be for everyone here. We've established this podcast is absolutely not for everyone. So, if I was ordering toppings, my toppings would be feta cheese, sun-dried tomatoes.
Feta cheese, chicken, and black olives. If you try that
Olives.
combo, it's really good.
I hate olives.
Really?
I thought I might like them as I got older because people are like, "Oh, you'll like them when you're older." I'm like, "Well, how fucking old do I have to get?" So I'm like
Olives are my number
49.
one favorite.
I'm 49. I still hate them.
Really?
Like, what? Am I gonna be like 75? And they're like, when you make it to 90, and I'm not making 90, bro. But if I did, I would like olives if I made it. Like, I wish I liked them. People love them so much. I love dill pickles
Dill pickles are good.
in all forms. Okay, but if you're eating dill pickles, would you accept cutting them the short way, not the long way?
No.
Have we talked about this before?
It was in one of your stories. I think we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, all right. So I think we feel like we covered the pizza. So no one got any, no one got any value from that for sure. Okay. Can you eat the deep dish without getting heartburn?
I've never had heartburn in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I get heartburn so much these days. I don't know what's doing it. Maybe it's the carbonated beverages.
It is part of it. You're old. I have to take a pill for heartburn.
Do you? Tums?
Yeah. No, like a pill.
Not
It's
a
the only pill I
Zantac.
take.
Those are illegal now.
No, it's not it's in a little brown pill. I don't know. Kelly gets them. I'm gonna be honest. I got a prescription for them because if you keep getting acid reflux for so long, it will cause like cancer in your esophagus. It's really bad for you. So I don't go to the doctor very often could smash my head with a hammer and not go to the doctor. But I did become very fearful of the amount of acid reflux that I would get.
How
So I
long did
have
that go
these-
on for?
Oh, I don't know, like 10 years probably.
This
before I
could
did-
provide me some value. So
Okay, well, I would tell you that it's important to deal with acid reflux
Oh,
because
interesting.
the acid being in your throat really fucks up your throat.
Hmm.
And that's why you came here to this podcast for medical advice from Paverton. Because my God, if you're getting medical advice from me, you are in bad shape. I belong to like a couple goalie boards on Facebook, and people will post all the time. My knee's super fucked up. What do you guys think I should do? And I'm like, really? Like, why would you come to Facebook goalie board for these people can't decide whether white pads or black pads are better. Get your knee. Okay, I feel like we covered the pizza thing. I like deep dish pizza.
I've
But I
only had
need-
it once in my life.
I had it in Chicago for real once. It was good.
That makes sense.
I liked it. Okay, next question. I feel like there's a lot of value here, but I am a hardscaper, whoever that is, asked, why does Chad like commercial contracting?
Oh, have we not been over that too?
I feel like
Yeah,
we
I
have.
think we talked about it. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
um,
why it's not any value. We've already talked about it, I think, last week.
oh,
My dogs are now barking like crazy.
mine are going nuts. Like I've changed rooms 5 times trying to get them to be quiet so I can say something. But I got one behind me. She's licking her arse. The other one's out the door.
I don't think it comes through the podcast too much. Like I can barely hear it personally.
The dogs barking?
Yeah.
They're fucked. These
Oh,
dogs.
you can hear them?
Oh, I can. They're my
Oh.
dogs.
No. I'm talking about Chad's dogs.
I can't hear
know
Chad's
you
dogs.
can.
No.
No, I can barely hear either.
Do you have a dog, Mike?
Yeah, I got two.
Where are they? Why don't they
How
ever
come
bark?
they're behaving?
His dogs are well behaved.
Yeah, I guess so. From time to time.
Only during podcasts.
Yeah.
During podcast time, the dogs are well behaved. Oh, actually, Whitewater _ Enterprises, because he didn't obviously check that name, or he would know that you try to get one without the underscore. I was unsuccessful. Best socks for cold weather comfort.
Merino wool socks.
Yeah.
They're my hunting socks and my working socks.
Merino wool socks. These are branded socks.
No, merino is a type of sheep, I think, or I don't know.
I'm
It's
interested
type of
in
wool?
this. I didn't know there was
Yeah, it
socks.
must be the type of wool.
It could be the brand. It could be the sheep. It might just be the reference to the wool. But get the merino wool socks recommended by Chad.
Yeah, they're Jesus Christ, these goddamn dogs. Get the wool socks.
But merino wool, because I have found wool socks usually cause my feet to sweat and then my feet freeze. So to do battle with the cold, I've had frostbite in my feet so many times from plowing snow and skid steers, where there's no heat that blows down unless you have a cat skid steer, because I think they actually have heat at the feet in those. I think, but I haven't run a lot of cat skid steers, so no one quote me on that and then get upset. I usually go with like a thin pair of like dress socks you would wear with loafers, and then 2 pairs of white socks. Strictly
They have to be
2
white.
socks. Well, I don't like socks that aren't white. I'm gonna be honest. It makes my feel if I look down on my feet aren't in white tube socks, it makes me feel awkward and weird. Almost like if I shaved my beard for charity.
Right.
How do you do battle with cold feet, Mike? Are you young enough your feet don't get cold because you still have circulation?
No, my feet get cold. I don't know. I don't have any specific pairs of socks that I wear, but I have been looking at that. And since Chad said merino wool, there is a brand that I was looking at that is merino wool.
Wow.
I'm not going to say the brand, but yeah, there are merino wool
Merino,
socks.
the brand?
What's
Well,
that?
because we never mention brands on here.
Well, I mean, they don't pay us anything, but it
No.
is merino wool, and it is a breed of sheep.
Oh,
Is it softer than regular wool?
I don't know the benefits, to be honest.
Normally, as soon as I go outside in this time of weather, my feet just turn into icy clubs within like 4 minutes. And my feet just freeze. And then I just stumble around all day with no circulation because of all the times I was wearing my tennis shoes in the middle of the winter, plowing snow in skid steers. I'm just, I probably have done that, so I shouldn't. Okay. From Christy Barton 10. I think this is a two-parter. Landscape HR, human resources. I guess that's, and then she put, if you need HR, landscaping isn't for you at all. So, what's your HR department like, Mike?
My HR department?
Yeah.
What is it like? Like in what situation?
How many people staff it?
0. Well, me.
What's your plans on expansion for HR next year?
My plans on expansion are continuing as it's been done in the past until we're able to get to a point where we can scale. But I don't have plans to grow my business to a point where I would need to hire somebody for specifically HR.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what point do you need HR though?
Right.
Is it 2 people? Like, is it?
No, I hope not. We don't have an HR person, and we have.
I feel like that's multiple crews. I feel like that's.
Well, Kelly handles HR for us. It's
Oh,
on
yeah?
her. But I mean, we're talking a specific HR person, though.
Right.
Oh, like someone that's their salary is HR.
Their salary to HR. Well, Christy wasn't very specific about her question. She just said landscape HR.
I feel like you would need, what, 20 plus people at least?
I don't know. Landscaping HR used to be like, get the fuck away from me before I
Yeah.
punch you in the head.
Right.
What?
That used to be landscaping HR, but I feel like it needs to be more touchy feely now.
Yeah.
But not in the punching in the head kind of way.
When I think of that, I think of like the biggest thing would be trying to recruit people to be able to keep up with the churn during a season. So like you have to be a fairly decent sized company, right? Where you have enough people dropping out that you need enough people being recruited to be able to fill those holes.
So our big client has a specific HR department with 2 people in it.
Wow, 2 people.
Yeah, there's a head of HR and then like a junior, I don't know, I guess a junior HR.
A head of an HR and then a foot of an HR.
Perfect.
So
I'm
top
sure
and
she
bottom,
would
right?
super like if she heard that you were calling her the foot.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe she's got a foot fetish. What do I know?
maybe.
She's
I'm
going to
not allowed
report
to
you
judge
to
these
HR.
people.
I think that this is a bad topic.
HR.
Horrible topic for HR is the foot fetish of the HR person.
Does not our finest hour need an HR person?
Probably.
Yeah.
According to lots of people, we're not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
It's not
We're
for
not
everybody.
for the people that need HR.
We are for people who have sod rate productions higher than 200 square feet per man hour.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you have to remember it's for per man hour. This production rate. I mean, it's still 20 rolls of sod. 20 rolls of sod in an hour. Isn't that like one sod every 5 minutes?
I think somebody did say that includes their prep and everything.
I didn't see that part.
Somebody's.
I feel like Chad's frozen.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is, isn't he?
Chad, this is his thing. This whole sod
I know
production
this whole.
thing. It's his gig.
He's the
it's
one who
not mine.
started this beef. I've been waiting for a hardscape beef, and of course it's Chad who starts it
with sod.
Yeah, with sod.
Sod. Chad's gone.
All right.
Is he gonna come back?
Oh, we'll see. I guess he's been kicked off the island. He's been reported to HR.
He's been reported to HR. He's off the island. He's suspended. Three episode suspension for Chad because he started a hardscape beef.
Yeah.
You're back, Chad.
All right, Chad. Oh,
Chad,
he's muted. He's talking.
you're muted, Chad.
Chad, we were just talking about your production rates with sod and the beef that you've started with everyone in the hardscape community.
It's not a beef, it's a friendly dialogue.
Oh, I see.
I'm saying
Thanks,
200, 200 square feet of sod per man hour. A roll of sod. See, they have squares of sod. I don't know how big.
Yeah,
they are.
that's what
Our
drives me
roll-
nuts. Not the fucking production rate. It's the fact that they're not in rolls, they're in sheets.
Yeah.
So
How
that's
much
got to
square
fuck you up
foot?
right there.
How much per sheet?
I don't know. We should ask someone.
Well, a roll here is 10 square feet.
Yeah,
Right.
agreed.
So you're talking 20 rolls an hour. That's one roll every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good. I don't. I
In their
feel like
defense, they probably lay it a lot nicer than we do.
that's possible.
Like
Well, they're also
rolling
laying
the
it in
corners out properly and
staggering
I mean,
the joints.
that we stagger the joints, yeah.
Do you stagger the joints?
We do. We actually do a staircase pattern. So, or
So like a
I
half
guess,
bond.
yeah, no, you could say like a herringbone, right?
Oh,
One up, one out.
Herring, you
Wow.
herringbone the sod.
We herringbone our sod, yeah. We call it the
Why?
staircase. One time we had two new guys laying sod with us. Couldn't fucking for the life of them figure out the staircase pattern. One of the guys had to draw him a diagram in the dirt of a
I
staircase
feel like I would
pattern
struggle
for
with this.
sod. I don't think you would. I think you've got enough landscape experience under your belt to grasp the concept.
I've never heard of the sodding in a staircase pattern ever in my life. I'm
Well,
interested.
it just stops you from having to cut your first roll, right? Like
We
it's
used
just
to, we used to do a
Oh.
header.
I don't know what a header
What's
is.
that?
So if we were starting, we would run a header, which is all solid sods in a straight line, and then we would run all our sods off the header, and then we would do a sod, a half sod, a sod, a half sod, a sod, and that gives you a running bond for your sod, so you have staggered joints. I think Chad's frozen again.
Oh yeah, he is too.
Did you hear
No,
the
what was
whole,
that?
Did you hear the whole
I'll-
thing about the header?
No, I heard.
That's what everyone hears from me every week. So whatever. I'm saying you run a header out, you pick your straight line you're starting.
Yeah, he's not gonna hear you.
Oh,
He's cut
mother
off
of
out there.
Jesus, what's
Fucking
going on
gone.
here?
It's gone again.
Maybe do you want to restart your computer, Chad,
Do you have a bad Wi-Fi connection?
or
that's
your
usually-
router? Yeah. What's
Sit near the router.
I'm trying to go near the router, but the goddamn dogs are near the router. So,
Should we get our IT department on it?
yeah, get the HR and the Yeah,
HR and
get
the
everybody
IT?
over here. Get someone who can fix this.
So how many people do you think you have to employ to have an IT person?
Yeah, that's right. Does an HR person come before the IT person?
I don't know.
It must in a landscape business because we're dealing with so many people, less IT. But does a mechanic come before an HR person?
Oh, fuck you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We break a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
You need a Brad
Constant.
before you need an HR.
You need a Brad before you need an HR. Well, yeah. Yeah, you do. Because without a Brad, there's no money to pay an HR. When you break shit at the rate we break it. So we would roll a header out, which is like a bunch of sods in an exact row to create your straight line to lay sods off. And then you would lay the sods off that and you would lay them in a running bond. So you'd cut the sods in half and you go full sod, half sod, and then you lay them across in a running. That's how we do it.
That's the same thing as the staircase, but instead of cutting one on your second row, you just roll it straight up, and you're going two ways, right? You're going north, south, and east, west.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I want to see the staircase.
Mm,
I
no.
think I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like a herringbone.
Yes, exactly like a herringbone. Herringbone sod.
So it's not a staircase. You're saying it's a herringbone, but you
We call it the staircase.
Do you lay it as a staircase when you lay interlock, or do you call it a herringbone?
I try not to do much of it.
What,
Is it
herringbone?
only a herringbone if it's on 45 degree, or is
No,
it still
No,
a herringbone?
still a herringbone.
Oh,
I try to
it's
lay
a
as much
45
herringbone as
herringbone.
possible. It's
I
fast. It's a great pattern.
it's not fast once you have to start cutting your exterior, right?
I don't know the last time I've laid a herringbone. I've always like
Because you're a modern landscaper. I have modern large slab designs. I'm
I do think it's
certain that's
beautiful
not
when
even
it's
fun.
done.
I'm not trying to be funny. It's the truth.
I mean,
I'm
the
not
herringbone is the strongest pattern.
goddamn right it is. I love herringbone. It goes down so fast because you don't have to think. Just slamming it.
Mom wants to get it.
Tell her you're putting cheese on her pizza. She keeps talking.
Got a big bowl of popcorn. She's inviting the dogs back in the room.
Perfect.
They want to cut it.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Noodle. Have a good night. Love you. They're cute at that
Inviting,
age.
she's inviting the dogs back into the room. Perfect.
You want to come in? I know. Thanks.
Our dogs would follow wherever the popcorn went.
Yeah, they're not that smart. They want me.
They want you.
They want daddy.
Nice. The landscape daddy
Landscape daddy.
Wow.
with the staircase sod.
With the staircase sod. Selling feature.
Oh, should we keep going down? We got sidetracked here. Okay, next. Oh, I like this one. This is from T Underhill Designs, Troy. I really like this question. I think it's super interesting. This is such a great question. Job site radio station. I don't allow country if I can hear it. I'm with Troy, 100%. I would not allow country music if I could hear it. You guys?
I've got a story.
Oh, this is good.
Go.
One of my guys almost got in a fist fight last December because the concrete guys showed up to our site. They were forming concrete right beside our interlock, which is I mean, obviously everything in commercial contracting is ass backwards, so um we were bricking right up to their fucking forms just about. Um the concrete guys put Christmas music on their radio. It was December, I don't know, 12th or something. Is it just about this time of year last year? And one of my goes, turn that fucking shit off, you fucking idiots. And he starts going on. He's kind of miserable to begin with. But
And it was December.
and it was December. So
And he's a landscaper.
yeah. Yeah, nobody maybe it was the weather that turned him off. But anyway, I thought that Christmas music was fine. Apparently he's
How do you
one of
feel
the
about
guys that
country
played-
music?
Love country music. I'm good with whatever. Whatever makes the day go by more productively is fine with me. I don't care what the guys want to listen to.
So what's the Cornwall radio station that you would pick?
Well, I don't know. I haven't listened to. We have satellite radio in the truck, so I don't.
We're
haven't
talking
listened to it
on the job site, you blare your satellite radio out of your truck?
No, we don't listen to anything really. There's machines going and stuff. Like I don't. There's
What's your satellite radio station of choice?
outlaw country.
Well, so you are
Outlaw. I am a country guy. Yeah.
Okay. Mike,
That's it.
Kitchener radio station of choice.
So I haven't listened to the radio in a long time. And to be honest, I haven't listened to music in like 3 years or something like that.
You haven't
On the
heard
job.
one song in 3 years.
On
No,
the job site.
I hear no, in general, like I don't choose music to like listen to or my guys wanted a job site radio. No, actually one of my guys wanted a job site radio. And or suggested to HR that there should be a job site radio on the job site. But I don't know. Like I was like, yeah,
Did
like
HR
I'll get a job
cave?
site radio, but ultimately it's just us talking. And if I am by myself on a job site, I'm listening to a podcast or listening to an audiobook. Like I don't listen to music as much as I used to anymore. And
What kind of audiobook do you listen to?
anything nonfiction.
Is this like your avoidance of every question?
Is it
What
an
kind of-
avoidance?
What's the last audiobook you listened to? Now you have to give a title.
My last audiobook that I listened to. It was probably Greg Crabtree's Simple Numbers. I've listened to that last.
What's that about? Numbers?
That's about numbers.
Like accounting?
Have
stuff?
you not
Sports.
listened to that? That's a really good book. I've listened to it a few times
I've
now.
never listened to a book in my life.
Are you serious?
I've read a book. I've never
I can't
listened to a book.
read. Well, I can't read fast, so I just listen to audiobooks.
I used to read a lot of books and
Really?
then I stopped reading them. And I never understood, why did I stop reading books? I used to love reading. And then
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
then it occurred to me that the reason I stopped reading books is I can't see. And I got these reading glasses after 5 years of not reading books. And I was like, oh, wow, there's words there. I was in a meeting this week with this guy. He wanted to have coffee at Tim Hortons and have this meeting. So we're in this meeting and he's showing me like a bunch of spreadsheets, which for me, my brain shuts down whenever anyone gets at a spreadsheet anyways. It is like an elixir to my brain. Any kind of account, like we used to sit in these meetings for whole days when I worked at Conperm, and they'd be having all these spreadsheets up on the fucking wall. And I like meeting starts at 7:30. By 7:45, I'm like a slug. Like it just, anyways, this is a fairly important meeting I'm in. He's showing me all these spreadsheets, and I had not got my glasses out of the truck. And he's like, do you see line? And I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. I can't even see the numbers. At the end of the meeting, I said, can I keep this? He said, why? I said, I just would like to review it afterwards, by myself. Take some time to really take a deep dive into the spreadsheets. He said, yeah, you can keep it. I was like,
This wasn't your
perfect.
accounty, was it?
No,
Like
it
wasn't somebody
No.
important. Like,
No, it was
this is your
probably
profit margin
somebody
going
important.
down the shitter.
It was
Oh yeah, awesome.
it was a business.
Great.
It was
About
a
the time you
business.
bought that sweeper. Oh, fucking right. Yeah. Awesome.
It was a business thing, and it was relatively important.
Mike,
I
here's
didn't-
why you should not buy that sweeper. Oh yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Throw the money at it.
Trade for a shovel. Perfect.
Do you know how you have too much of something in your business? I don't know if you guys do. Today we're hauling this dirt away for a client, and he's got a yard full of like shit everywhere, same as a lot of people. So he drives up to me and he says, hey Mike. I go, yeah. Do you need another slip tank? I got a nice one in the back I've never used. It's brand new.
I've always wanted one.
And I go, oh, okay. Let's go have a look at it. So we go to the back and I'm looking at the slip tank. Now I have one slip tank that's currently up against the sea can, and one slip tank that's in my truck, a slip tank in Drake's truck, a slip tank in Billy's truck. I'm looking at this other one going, that's a fucking nice slip tank. And I go, what do you want for this? He goes, it's brand new, never used. Like it still has the cap in it where the pump goes in. And I actually have a pump in our sea can with no slip tank. What do you want for this thing? It's like, I would take 500. Sold. And then I walked away and I was like, I now have like 5 fucking slip. What am I doing? I have more slip tanks than machines. This is insanity. Anyways, at the meeting, I was blind. So we're off topic here though, because I want to just point out that I'm old school landscaper. So it's Q107 or death.
So I know Q107. That's it. I wanted to ask you though, what books do you read then? Because, and Chad, you yourself too, what books do you read? But if I read 3 lines, I can't, I get distracted and then I have to reread those 3 lines and go back to this. So that's why I listen to audiobooks. But what books do you guys read?
I'll let you in on something here. I only read when I'm on a plane going on vacation, and it just so happens that the books I read are right beside me here. I read The Richest Man in Babylon a couple of years ago, $100 Startup, and I read a cookbook on venison. That's it.
Okay.
That's all
Nice.
I've read in the past 3 years.
The last book I read was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was a good book.
They're making a movie on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I would go to that. I would listen to a book. I'm not a technological person. People think I am. It's a great misconception. I know jack shit about anything. My C drive, like my computer keeps coming up low disk space, empty C drive. I don't even know how to find the C drive on the computer. I found it and it's got a big red bar and it says like 200. I don't even know what it means. I'm gonna read it now because Mike probably does, and I have him here. Okay. Oh, the C drive has 0 bytes free of 450 gigabytes. That seems bad. The red bar is even gone.
That's why
Sorry.
you're disconnecting all the time. That's why you're. Are you
It
serious?
wasn't
You have
me.
zero?
It was
That's
my
what it
fault today.
says. It says right here.
Yeah, you need to
Oh
free
no,
up
hold
some
on.
space.
200 KB free of 450 gigabytes.
You need to free up some space.
I don't
man.
have anything on here though. I feel like it's in some hidden file or stuff's getting saved in places that I don't know. Or some dude is downloading like kid porn onto my fucking computer from the street because he boasts.
Why would you even suggest
I know.
this?
That's what
There's
happens.
that on your
People bust into
computer.
your. Okay, well, some guy's storing his life's work of his novel on my computer.
That's
and-
better.
Whatever.
That's better.
That people bust into your like Wi-Fi. Well, I don't know if they. I hear they do. That could be urban move. It's like someone stealing your kidney in New York.
Mike, if you contact our IT department, they should be able to take care of that for you.
The IT department. I don't have an IT. IT department. is
Ask
terrible.
Brad. Ask Brad to weld you up.
Oh,
something
I don't
to
think
take
that
care of
would. That would help at all. All right, next irrelevant question. I don't have an answer, but I do need answers from a Pizza Nova review. So that's a personal. I got to do a Pizza Nova review. Cheese pizza, the purest form of pizza. That one's a personal thing. I will get to the Pizza Nova review. What product does Chad use in his hair? How to heart. Oh, the last question from was Kate Russell _94. Now it's how to hardscape. What product does Chad use in his hair?
Have an elastic in my hair right now. Is it like there's no like?
So you don't use shampoo?
Oh yeah, that's a product. That's not
Oh
a
yeah,
product.
for sure.
Obviously, it's a product.
Oh,
You
Head
should
and
know that
Shoulders.
you're in the hair industry.
Yeah, but that's not what they would call
You're in
product.
the
A
hair
product is like a
industry.
pomade or like something like
I see.
Do you use gel?
no,
Mousse?
No pomade, no mousse,
nothing.
nothing like that.
nothing.
So
Wow,
Just brick dust.
that's
Strip
just au natural.
Just brick dust. That's it.
Wow,
And no
brick
natural
dust
hat.
and Head and Shoulders.
that's incredible, Chad.
Yeah, thank you.
Why? Do you think Chad has beautiful hair, Mike?
Oh, look at that. He's got the samurai bun in the back, in the mullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I told my wife I was going to shave it, and she doesn't want me to shave it.
Shave your head?
Oh yeah,
Bald.
I did last December. Yeah,
Bald?
no,
That's-
not bald.
You've
bald. I
grown
haven't
that
shaved my
much
head
hair.
bald.
You've grown that much hair in a year.
Wow.
That's impressive.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's growing hair.
Yeah, when I grow hair, it just becomes like a bowl cut.
Oh,
Like somebody put a bowl on my head and cut around it.
you can see someone for that. There's hairstylists that can fix that.
They can
Chad.
style my hair to not be a bowl cut.
Absolutely.
I had really
That's
long
shocking
hair.
to me.
Yeah, you had long hair.
I had long hair down past my shoulders.
Yeah.
Right.
It was awesome. It was like the greatest thing ever. I loved it so much. And then one day Kelly said, I'm going to let you know you need to cut the hair, like shave your head. And I said,
Why?
oh. She said, it's a little bit thin on top.
Oh,
You can't be this person anymore. You have to be a
Ah.
different person now.
Knife through the heart.
I know. It's
Yeah.
horrible. Because well, Mike probably didn't because he was in kindergarten, but Chad probably remembers when I don't, are you even way older than Mike? You're older than Mike.
Chad's barely older than me.
I'm 36.
How old are you, Mike?
Oh, you're old as fuck.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
31.
Yeah, he's 5 years. So anyway, I had really long hair and a big beard. It was awesome. It was the coolest. I loved it so much. It was such a great look. And then it all went downhill when my hair got too thin for it. And so then I shaved my head. And then I came to my current status. I don't have hair products at all. I don't even have shampoo. I have no hair. And the hair I do have is thin and falling out, according to my wife, which is awesome. So this is the last question so far. New Leaf Ottawa, who's a big fan. Love New Leaf Ottawa.
Oh, New Leaf Ottawa.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this
Absolutely.
is-
Guys, send him some merch.
I'm waiting on an address. I can hand deliver, actually.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I'll send him a fuck deck shirt. Well, I don't even know if it's a guy. It's always, he never posts picture. Well, the person, the they, them,
No,
never post.
I believe it's Matt.
Matt? Okay.
I want him.
Well, are you making assumptions that someone with the name
Yeah.
Matt is? That's not nice.
No, I'm probably gonna edit this out because I probably got his name wrong.
Well, people don't know my name.
That's true. I
Everyone
forget.
knows each other's.
I'm sorry, New
Instagram
Leaf
handles.
Ottawa. I completely forget. I'm pretty sure that's right, but
Doesn't even embarrass me. I have no idea what the guy's fucking name is. He's New Leaf Ottawa. And if I met him, I'd shake his hand and say, "What's up, New Leaf Ottawa?" And he'd
my
say
second
nothing.
guess would be Luke.
He'd say nothing. Paper. Is that like random? Like you guessing from the Bible? Matthew, Luke, Ryan. What do you think? He's something from the Bible. Like Noah. 2x2. New Leaf Ottawa heads to the plowing. We're marching 2x2 to the plowing. Okay, so his question. I actually like this. This is a good one. The lack of accessible parking for trucks and trailers at corner stores. That is a thing. That's horrible.
a thing. That's a
It
thing.
is. It's terrible. No one takes that kind of stuff into effect. Maybe like I totally agree with him that it's I totally agree with him that it sucks a lot.
I feel like this is a big city problem that maybe I don't have.
Well, you guys probably have big parking lots because you have
We
so many
do.
tractor trailers coming in and
We
out
do.
of the distribution centers.
Absolutely, we do. It's not a Cornwall problem. I can sympathize when I'm in a big city, but we have an Ultramart down the road from our shop. You could literally put 20 tractor trailers in there. It's great.
I am not a fan of corner store parking with a float or a big truck. I think it does suck. Totally agree. We should probably start a GoFundMe.
For every corner store.
Yeah.
No, for people affected by the lack of parking at the corner stores.
What are you going to do for them?
Collect a GoFundMe and then have the government shut it down because it's being financed by the US or Putin.
In it.
Have my bank account frozen.
Freeze all your bank accounts.
Freeze
Yeah.
all my bank accounts. This got political fast. Whoa. Hardscape Ottawa just came in with another question. Anything Veloster related?
How's the Veloster?
The Veloster is buried in snow because I got my pickup truck back. I'm so happy.
Did you
bought one,
purchase?
or-
Yeah, did you purchase
I
the
didn't.
Dream one?
I did not. I got my brown Chevy with 400,000 kilometers on it back. It's fucking
Oh.
awesome. I love it so much.
Oh, so in the meeting that you were at today, he was trying to tell you your interest rate for the new Dodge.
No.
It's something like 24%. And you're like, oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Perfect. Sign me up.
At that meeting, I realized I have reached the stage in my life where I need to make sure I have glasses on me somewhere at all times.
I can imagine a meeting with Mike, the accountant, saying, "At this trajectory on this spreadsheet, you're gonna need to get back to Conperm as a sales rep." And Mike saying, "Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm sick. Perfect. It's just like,
I can't wait. Yeah. Um, I have the opposite problem. So, in order to renew my license a couple of years ago, they told me I needed glasses because I couldn't read the fucking tiny numbers in that tiny little set of binoculars there that sits right beside the where you pay or whatever. So I went to the eye doctor, got glasses. They were ready. I put them on. My God, it's insane. Like they're so strong. I can't wear them. I can't look at I sure as shit can't drive with the things on without getting in an accident. Like I don't know if they fucked up the prescription or what, but there's no way it's safe for me to drive with glasses on like that.
Can you not see far or close to you?
I don't know. I thought I could see fine. Like like I really don't think I need them. Maybe that's just part of getting old. You think you're okay, but you're not. I don't, I don't know, but I
went
can't.
to
I can't. I don't have no depth perception with those things on. Like I don't know.
I
don't
went to renew my license. I mean, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to get glasses to renew my license because I can't see. I can see far away. Like I can read. I can see really far away. I can't read anything that's like. I can't even read my phone anymore. It goes off on a text message. I don't even look at it. It's like great because I'm never going to get a ticket for that because I can't read it, so I don't look at it. But I went to renew my license and it's like, I am so blind. There is no fucking way they're going to not make me go get glasses. But of course, I left it to the last minute. So I was like, roll the dice. I can strain my way through this and pass. And I passed. And they were like, yeah, you're good for your commercial driver's license. I'm fucking blind. This is horrifying. How many other people are on the road like me? Meanwhile, Chad, who can see everything perfectly, is getting harassed to get glasses.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
All right, so are we going to talk about anything Veloster? We did talk about Velosters last, and we established that they still exist and they're $40,000 now.
Yeah.
Because that's what is the Veloster rate of inflation? That is really what is a Veloster inflation rate? I wonder if the Veloster I own is worth more now. One thing I will say about Velosters is if you don't keep the little fob thing in your pocket and keep it warm, it doesn't work.
Oh.
So if
My
it
RAM
freezes,
thing
it
doesn't
doesn't
work on a
work.
good day.
It doesn't work unless if you get like if it's cold, because normally at the yard I just leave my keys in the car in case someone has to move the Veloster around. And if it's been in the car and it's cold, it won't start the car. You have to rub it between your hands like you're Mr. Miyagi at the finals of the All Valley Karate Championship, getting Danielson going. That's what you're doing with this Veloster key to get it to work. And I said to Kelly, who was the previous driver of the Veloster, I said, what did you do about this? She said, it's Korean. What did you expect? It's not cold in Korea, so they're not prepared for cold weather. And I'm like, they sell cars in North America, a lot of them. There's a lot of Hyundai cars. This is not a rare vehicle. Well, maybe Veloster is the rarest of the collectible Hyundai brand, but she said that's the way it is. You got to warm the key up. This is kind of bullshit. I was like, man, I see myself coming back from some night of moving snow and the car won't start and I'm warming it up in my hands and I'm freezing to death in the middle. Anyways, we talked about something Veloster related.
The Korean War is referred to as the Cold War, as the coldest war. So they definitely get cold in Korea.
Really?
They should be fine there.
I think it's something to do with the Veloster key itself, man. It has nothing to do with South Korea. I thought Korea was warm.
No.
Really?
Same what? Latitude as us, basically.
Really? North Korea too?
It's a small country. Yes.
Well, you never see, when you see pictures from North Korea, there's never any snow. Can you
There's
think of
never
a
any
picture?
people in them either.
Yeah.
There's never any
There's
food
also
in
not
the
much
supermarket.
food.
That Kim Jong Un guy.
I think he's 1 in a million there, though.
There was some rumor that that guy was dead and being replaced. I remember that. I don't know if that's true though. I think I'm out of responses. Did you guys get any responses to your question?
I don't know. My phone died, so I'm just gonna grab my charger really quick.
My phone.
I have two things
Two things.
unrelated to. I don't know. I'm checking to see if nobody said anything to me this time.
What are they
Or did
unrelated
they?
to? Oh, Mike's got to come back with his charger. You should probably.
We'll wait for Mike.
I
You
would
can
wait.
fast forward this.
He can fast forward. Yeah.
Here's a good one.
Okay.
Mike, are you back yet?
Oh yeah.
And it has to do with one of my stories from today. Jonathan Orser asked, why does Cat Bob, make such a stupid door that you can't get out of if it's an inch off the ground? I don't have an answer for that, but I'll agree that the door clearance is nowhere near sufficient in that machine.
So there's at our yard, there's the mechanic shop guy who owns the yard. And often when I come to the yard, they're screwing around with some piece of our equipment or something that's in the yard. And there's three of them on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, I was at the yard. And I get out of the truck and I walk over to them and I said, guys, and they said, yeah. And I said, I'm pretty forgiving because they're very helpful, all of them. You know, they're all mechanics. So if you need something, they're good guys. They're always helpful. I said, I'm usually pretty forgiving with shit, but here's your fair warning. That door on the 595 is the world's easiest thing to break. It's the stupidest design ever. It breaks incredibly easy, and it costs like $2,000.
The door
So
costs $2,000.
Yeah, a door is like $1,500 plus tax. That's if you. Oh, it's fucked. It's super expensive. That was without inflation. I haven't broke one lately.
Caleb got his door stolen once, eh?
Yeah, because there's worth so much money.
Yeah, that's insane. I never thought the door would be worth $2,000.
Probably someone broke someone else's door and was like, "Fuck, I don't want to tell the boss
I'm just
about
gonna
that."
take this one. So
I'll
you can
steal
use
this
any
guy's
Bobcat key to get into
Yes.
any Bobcat door and take it
Yes.
off.
Or you could just take the whole Bobcat.
Suppose, yeah.
Ours
I think
have
the penalty for stealing a door is a lot less than stealing a machine.
probably.
Yeah.
So around here, well, at some of the dealerships, people used to steal the tailgates off the trucks
Really?
at the new truck dealerships. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you'd go to look at a truck and there'd be no tailgate on it because they would, when they arrived at the dealer, they would take all the tailgates off them, and because stop people from. I don't know if that's still a thing. It was a thing like 10 years ago. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, fucked up. I was at a dealership looking at a truck, and it was Sunday because I hate salespeople.
Agreed.
I have no like, and I am a salesperson, so maybe that's why I don't hate them. I don't like the thought of not buying. I hate when people waste my time. I dislike that. So if I'm just stopping by because I want to poke my nose at something and just have a look around it and see, because I can look at something immediate and be like, yeah, I have no fucking interest in that. But then someone's come out and at one winter I briefly sold cars. I think we've
Wow.
ever talked about that shit show.
No, we've never talked
It's
about that.
totally unproductive way to spend my winter. Like horrible experience. You gotta sell a lot of cars to make a living. Like, it's like really hard. And you're in this like rotation and someone shows up and you go out and you meet them. Well, like if only 4 people come on the lot that day and there's 4 salesmen, you only get one shot. So I think I just I don't like the thought of someone using up their turn in the rotation with me when I'm probably not buying this vehicle. So I go on Sunday to look at, but I'm on the lot. I'm wandering around by myself looking for the truck that I want to see. And all of a sudden over the loudspeaker, and I mean, this thing is screaming at me to the point where I was like, oh, you are on camera. Please leave our property immediately. Even if you're interested in buying one of our vehicles, come back when there's staff. I'm whoa.
Well, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm never coming back here.
Well,
Someone fucking yells at me through a speaker.
I know I thought the same thing, but then they had the truck I really wanted, so I was like, I'll probably come back.
Wow.
Well, it's hard to find that truck, so I guess I'll put up with them screaming at me on Sundays through their crazy speaker.
So there's a motion detected loudspeaker.
We're
For-
following you. We can see what you're doing. It could be a live person. We worked on a job site once that had this. I don't know. I never think I ever made video. Had like a fence around it, the whole job site, and it had one of these like remote security systems. So there was cameras, but you'd think they would do that shit over radio waves or something. Like this was 2020, not 1973. But they had cables strung like there was thousands of feet of cables everywhere attached to the fence, and they would be like, you can't run over that with the skid steer. You blow the security system. And I'm like, can we get a security system from the 2000s? Like, that's just a fuck show. There's wires everywhere. We got to open the fence to get in, because the whole site was surrounded by a fence. So you had to open the fence to get in, and we had to. Originally, the whole site was hoarded by wood. You got to take all the wood down. Like, well, the stupid security. They're like, you got to take. We were taking it apart and zip tying it to it was crazy. It was fun. But when it was working, when we hadn't run over it by the skid steer or crushed it in some way, when you walked on the site, there was like a speaker and we can see you over by lot 10. Please leave the site immediately. So people would go in the house and steal whatever they wanted and then leave the site immediately. They would immediately leave with whatever shit they wanted.
They just took, yeah.
Oh, because they were told, get off the site. Oh, I'm taking this copper pipe with me. Fuck yeah, I'm out of here. It's whatever. That security system was horrible. It's terrible. Are you like doing shots, Mike?
No.
It seems like you're doing shots.
No. He finished his season today.
It's like the third time you've drank the end of that glass. Like this, like little. It's like the third time you've taken a shot out of that glass.
No, that was probably my second time that I filled it up.
What are you filling it with?
What am I having?
Don't tell them something carbonated.
No, it's not carbonated. It is called Grey J.
What's that?
See that?
What is it?
Whiskey.
Oh, so you are like doing shots of whiskey.
No, just 5 fingers.
There you go.
Grey J, is it good?
It is. It's surprisingly good.
Where's it from?
It is from Canada. Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
It's surprisingly really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Well, did you have some other topics you wanted to talk about, Mike, or something?
Well, I've always got questions. I've always got topics, but are we into that point?
I have something.
Okay.
Oh, Mike, chat us something.
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
You want to start with something special?
Sure.
It's kind of fucking ridiculous.
Did Chad do show prep?
I wrote you guys a poem